Hello valued viewers, I hope you're all doing very well. Recently added to DCS, we've had the Iraq map, so we can now go back and redo a lot of our important historical aerial battles in the area. Today we're going to 1981 Operation Opera/Babylon, where the Israelis launched a very daring strike across several borders to bomb a nuclear reactor near Baghdad. So, 1981. Operation Opera/Babylon was a surprise airstrike conducted by the Israeli Air Force on 7th June 1981, which destroyed an unfinished Iraqi Osirak nuclear reactor located 11 miles southeast of Baghdad, Iraq. The distance between the Israeli bases and the reactor was 990 miles. The Israeli planes would have to violate Jordanian and Saudi airspace in a covert flight over foreign territory, making mid-air refueling unfeasible. The Israelis concluded that a squadron of heavily fueled and heavily armed F-16As with a group of F-15Es to provide air cover could perform a surgical strike without having to refuel. The attack squadron consisted of 8 F-16As, each with 2 unguided Mark 84 2,000-pound bombs. A flight of 6 F-15As was assigned to provide fighter support. The strike left Etzion Air Base at 17:55 local time, flying unchallenged in Jordanian and Saudi airspace. To avoid detection, the Israeli pilots conversed in Saudi-accented Arabic while in the Jordanian airspace and told Jordanian air controllers that they were a Saudi patrol that had gone off course. While flying over Saudi Arabia, they pretended to be Jordanians using Jordanian radio signals and formations. The Israeli planes were so heavily loaded that the external fuel tanks on the planes were exhausted in flight and the tanks were jettisoned over the Saudi desert. King Hussein of Jordan, vacationing on the Gulf of Aqaba, witnessed the planes overfly his yacht and noticed their Israeli markings. Taking into account the location, heading and armament of the jets, Hussein quickly deduced that the Iraqi reactor to be the most probable target. Hussein immediately contacted his government and ordered a warning to be sent to the Iraqis. However, due to a communications failure, the message was never received and the Israeli planes entered Iraq airspace undetected. At 18:55 local time, the strike reached the target. At least 8 of the 16 released bombs struck the containment dome of the reactor. Luckily, most of the local defences had left their post at that time to go to dinner. The Israeli planes were still intercepted by Iraqi defences but managed to evade the remaining anti-aircraft fire. The squadron climbed to high altitude and started their return to Israel. So guys, the mission briefing, we start here in the Sinai map. We're going to take off from this southern airbase here. Now, in 2 different reports, I read that in one report they took off from here, and in one report they took off from a base near the West Bank. And I don't know which is correct. Maybe F-15s from one place, F-16s from another place. I'm not sure, but either way, we're going to take off from this base here. We're going to fly or detour just over the bay here where King Hussein was there, over his yacht, for historical accuracy. We're then going to follow steer point change through the southern boot of Jordan and then into Saudi Arabia. Then we're going to switch to the new Iraqi map where we complete our leg over Saudi Arabia. As we approach the border to Iraq here, we're going to, as per real life, get from cruise altitude down to 50 feet over the desert, because that's how we're going to evade the SAMs, and that's how they evaded the SAMs in real life. We've then got 250 miles to go all the way across Iraq to the target here. Now, importantly, this is pre-GPS, so we will have a navigation inertial drift. So our IP is going to be 20 miles from the target here. Note, I've put it deliberately over a small island. That's where we're going to fix or recalibrate our navigation systems at that IP. Then a left turn, 20 more miles to the target. And this is the actual target. This is, or was, where the reactor was. Obviously, we're going to have a steer point at the reactor building and we're going to bomb the reactor building. After that, we're going to try our best to get out of Iraq. In terms of defences, I've beefed it up a bit compared to how it was in real life. In real life, amazingly, the radars were turned off because they went for lunch, because that's what happened when Iraqis build nuclear reactors, apparently. On our rendition, they're very much not going to be at lunch. We're going to have the first border SAMs to deal with. That's SA5 here, SA5 here, and you'll be able to see the rings on your maps, plus 3 SA6s that we do have to thread our way through. I'm not going to obviously simulate the whole country's worth of SAMs because they had hundreds of them. Next layer of defence is going to be 4 SA6s around Baghdad, all very much covering the area that we're going to bomb, including just 3 miles away. So it's going to be much tighter than it was in real life. As well as that, we're going to have the various AAAs that they did have active in real life. The way we're going to do it is from the IP, we're going to get to this water mass here. That will represent 2 nautical miles from the target, at which case, as per real life, you perform a quick pop-up, a rollover, drop your bombs on the first pass, obviously, and then get low and get the heck out of there. At that point, if you've got any fuel left, try and get back to Israel. Guys, there's going to be no Iraqi Air Force present in the mission, as there was not in real life, and we'll talk about the reasons why that is. We're changing history slightly just to be a bit more inclusive. The F-16Cs will be playing F-16As. They're going to be near enough for today. You're only allowed to use the technologies that the A had, so no fire control radar, no helmet-mounted sight, and whatever else is different. You've got 2 bombs. F-15s in real life were the A models, and they were used for air-to-air, but there was no air-to-air, so it's a bit pointless bringing those. So instead, we're changing those for F-15Es, playing F-15Is. They carry a bit more fuel than the F-15A, so that's a little bit cheaty, but it should still work out okay. With 2 bombs, again, we're going to allow them to be strike fighters in this case, just to be inclusive, give them something to do. A couple of 1970s Sidewinders. Welcome in, viewers. We're going to have 3 F-16s, 3 F-15s. Simba, Poosh, Dark Bird, Cannibal. Hello, boys.
Hello.
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 First talking point, viewers, the F-16s that we use in the strike, why is it not going forward, had only just been delivered from America. They were an early block F-16A. Now, the funny thing is, the reason they were early was because they were actually earmarked for Iran. They were supposed to be going to Iran's Air Force. But, of course, the small matter of the revolution had happened by then. So these F-16s were changed and sent to Israel, and who immediately abused them. And I say abused because America didn't want this strike and went and bombed the reactor. Another funny thing is, they didn't just bomb this reactor, they bombed another reactor in Syria as well. So it's something they got quite good at in the end.
Bring out the radiation detectors on.
Yeah, speaking of radiation, guys, while we're waiting, experts were consulted before the bombing, and it was predicted that as long as dumb bombs were used, i.e. not precision bombs, then radiation would be minimal. There would be exposure at the plant, as there was in real life, but there would be minimal levels in Baghdad 10 miles away. So that lot worked out pretty well, because it's, if you're going to bomb a reactor, you've got to be pretty sure you're not going to poison the world, right? A Bird, you're leading today. Please take off and let's head towards the sea.
Roger, brakes are on, spooling to 85. And brakes off in 3, 2, 1, release. Full power, 3,
We're not going full power, though.
1. Not burner.
Israel are usually, historically, really good at planning this type of raid. It's how they've survived, I suppose. But it was a pretty big oversight to fly over the King of Jordan, who was hostile at the time, on holiday, right?
Plenty of runway. Plenty of runway,
right. It's a bit wibbly wobbly, guys.
Come on, let's get airborne.
Just in time, Bird. You and your tiny wings. Oh, Jesus, I only just got up stalling. We only just got airborne. We are fueled up to the gunnels.
Alright, coming left to around the heading of 175.
Roger. Jeez, good the boys trying to stay in the air.
24 degrees of AOA.
Yeah, it's really all designed for afterburner takeoffs, aren't they, guys?
I can come back on the throttle now.
Right, yes, stay low, because for some reason when they went over the King of Jordan, they were low, which is stupid as well. So you'll stay at 1,000 feet or whatever. In terms of the reactor itself, Osirak, it was purchased by Mr. Hussein from a French company, and the French sent hundreds of technicians, obviously, to build it or help build it. It turns out that one civilian that was killed in the strike was one of those French technicians. In terms of fuel, how much fuel have the F-16s got?
14,000 at takeoff.
So that should be realistic. The F-15s were cheating because we've got conformal tanks that the real F-15s didn't have. So we've got 33,000, which will probably have about, 25,000. But that said, we are draggier than the real ones, and we've got bigger engines that take more gas, so it will compensate for a bit. Let me know when you have visual on Mr. Hussein. I often think about the size of the balls on these pilots, guys, flying with 4th gen planes through 2 hostile countries. Remember, Saudi and Jordan weren't, well, I don't know if you call them allies at the moment, but they're not hostile belligerents per se at the moment. But back then, they very much were, flying through their countries in daylight, not that that really makes much difference, and then into another hostile country, fly all the way across it. Hello, King Hussein of Jordan. Our Mossad should probably have known that you were here, and we probably shouldn't have flown over. But we got away with it because of your terrible, terrible communications. Nice boat, by the way. Bird, turn on Stipman 1, please.
Roger, coming left.
Oh, I've not seen these ships before, guys.
Low altitude.
This looks improved.
Low altitude.
Yeah, they're always adding stuff in. Never. It's too much to follow, so never follow it. Never greener. Apparently it's very green. Why, viewers, did Israel have the audacity or the confidence to do this? Well, we have to remember that in 1981, Iraq was in a full-scale state of war against Iran. So a lot, or most of their air force was committed to defending against Iran, which left the back door open. And obviously, Israel were constantly spying on Iraq and countries of the region, so therefore they had the confidence that they could get past the Air Force, which of course they did. And in fact, just a few weeks before this strike here, Iran launched a massive strike, 4th of April 1981, I believe, the H-3 strike, where they sent a squadron of previously American, but now Iranian F-4 Phantoms to bomb H-3 airfield, which is actually in the west, coincidentally, near Israel, or the Israel side of Iraq. And they claimed they took out, I think, 49 Iraqi Air Force fighters and bombers at H-3. It's a very famous attack. I don't think we've actually done it before. We should probably get on with it. In fact, we are doing it. It's our next mission we're flying. Yeah, America scaled that down to 27. They said 27 were destroyed. Either way, it's a huge dent in this side of the Iraqi Air Force. And of course, that meant they couldn't defend or retaliate against Israel a few weeks later, which is, of course, where we are now. So lots of coincidences allowed this to happen. The breakdown in communications from Hussein, the bombing of H-3, the war going on, and Israel knowing all this has happened. So yeah, one more thing I'll mention, guys, is that I was talking about the big balls on the guys, and they really were, right? Because you're just flying into a bunch of radars that are probably going to see you. Israel are doing similar strikes nowadays as we speak, against Iran, obviously, against other countries, Syria, but they tend to use F-35s now, or they use planes like this but with long-range standoff ballistic missiles. So they're much better protected than they were. Back in the olden days, they just had to fly straight into the monster's mouth.
I was in an academic school with about 19 Saudi pilots in 1980. And one of their things I remember them relating is that the Israelis were always flying into Saudi Arabia and they couldn't do anything about it. And it was one of the things they were working on, is put infrastructure up in the northwest part of the country to see if they could deter that.
I wonder what, in 1981, the Saudi Air Force consisted of. I haven't got a clue. But I guess it's less about the planes and more about the radar infrastructure and whatnot.
The guy I was most friendly with was an F-5 pilot. Yeah, no refueling, no bases up in this part of the country. So.
Yeah, right. Okay, I see. Yeah. Oh, there you go. It's obviously been addressed, but I guess it doesn't matter much nowadays because nowadays they're much more friendly and they actually use Saudi tankers, I believe, to help refuel the Israeli jets hitting Iran. So allegiances have changed for whatever reason. I think America obviously has been the main factor in helping that through, which is good, obviously. It's all about fuel today, guys, isn't it? I don't know how far we've gone because I'm busy looking at formation, but F-16 fuel burn?
12.7.
12.7. So you've already burnt a couple of £1,000, and we've probably gone, what, 50 miles? I can't really look at the map. It's right there. The map is right there, viewers. Oh, too dangerous. Can't do it. Does anyone lead? If you're stable, can you check on the map and see even which country we're over? Are we over Saudi or are we over Jordan?
We have done around 60 miles of track, and we are currently in Jordan as airspace, nearly in Saudis.
Right, so we now have to have Saudi accented Arabic and flying a Saudi formation. So stand by. Let me get that done, guys. Jordanian ATC. This is Saudi flight 101. We are temporarily flying your airspace because we are lost. Because Push says we don't have sufficient infrastructure in this part of the country. We apologize. We will buy you bagels or hashish or whatever when we get down. Please let us pass. Bye-bye. I think we got away with it.
Demonetized.
Demonetized.
The Saudis are very gregarious. They're known for it.
Gregarious, what does that word mean?
They're known for their bagels.
In terms of altitude, guys, I don't think this heavily laden, we're going to operate at 40. I mean, it's up to you guys. I don't think we're going to operate at 40k. I think it's too high for us. Would 25k be more suitable? I'm just thinking about those F-16 wings.
Yep.
Obviously, on the way back, we'll be light and we'll be, shifty mover, but I couldn't work out.
Well, I mean, we'll be through the center line by the time we get to 25k. So.
Roger. I'm going to quickly look at the map, viewers, just to try and show you, just trying to trim everything out. Right, we have gone a grand total of Oh, okay. Yeah, we're still in Jordan. Right, our fuel load is monumental, £31,000. Although it really is good. Has good legs, this jet, doesn't it? I think the wings really help. Simba was explaining how the wings are optimised for high altitude flying and really allows nice gas mileage.
Also got good body lift with that big flat bottom.
There you go. Not F-16, not so much. Alright guys, my sins, I'm going to try my first flyby view of the day. Stand by for possible smash. But it's worth it.
As we go through a cloud.
Yeah, I was thinking that.
Adds atmosphere. The viewers love their atmosphere, guys. I'm adding some atmosphere to you. Right, it says for me, steer point 1 is only in 20 miles, which is there. Steer point 2 will be at the edge of the map where we actually have to transfer to another map, because that's just how it works. So we'll carry our fuel loads over and stuff like that, obviously. Does Saudi Arabia even have clouds? You know what I saw, guys, at the previous Reactor air show, it's a big air show in Britain that you guys probably never have heard of. We had the Saudi F-15s over. I missed the display because I was late in because life. But they had the QAs, I think they're called. They're the equivalent of the F-15EX with the extra pylons on. They look very impressive from what I saw.
It would have been the F-15SA.
SA, roger. Yeah, it was.
The QA is the Qatari version.
Oh, right. Anyway, yeah, impressive paint job. They're fresh out of the factory, so like on their way to Saudi. So yeah, you wouldn't want to run this mission now with friggin' F-15EXs in the air. Just saying.
The QA and the EX are going to be slightly different.
Welcome in, viewers. We've covered 290 miles of Saudi desert. We are still from the IP 220 nautical miles away, and I'm going to try and check on the map without crashing. We are just entering. Oh, right. Okay, we're already entering SF5 engagement area, and the border to Iraq is 10 miles ahead. Woof. Can we please think about diving for the deck now? Because once just before the border, they hit 50 feet. Some quick endurance checks. Can I have an F-16 fuel level, please? We've all got rid of our tanks, by the way.
7,000.
£7,000. So you're just below full internal, and we are in the F-15s. 18,000. So you're 7,000, we're 18,000. All right, let's see how that goes. Right.
Need to watch our speed and the Eagles so they don't shed our wings.
Yep. Very good point. Right, determine which one is bird. Can we have a wing waggle or something, Lex?
Bird's the one up front.
Visual. Hello, bird. 212 nautical miles. Now, guys, remember what I said. In these jets here, these are all post-GPS jets that we've got here. So the nav system does not corrupt, or it does corrupt, but it self-corrects.
Altitude.
But we're playing pre-GPS jets. So we're pretending that the nav system will corrupt as it would have done in real life at 1 mile every 30 minutes or whatever it is, I can't remember. So at the next steer point, the IP, we're going to do a pretend reference check. It's just because it's something they would have almost certainly had to have done in real life. Otherwise they never would have found their destination at 50 feet. Okay, we're heading into SA6 SAM rings now. Batteries set up near the borders.
Sticking to around 400.
Sure. You da boss. What kind of burn rate are you getting down here?
47.
That's pretty good, right? Jets are so efficient. Even the F-16 is so efficient. That means we could fly for an hour and a half like this and not run out of fuel. 200 nautical miles to IP, guys. Right. Has anyone got emissions?
Negative.
I haven't either. I guess they have gone to lunch after all. Right, for my sins, I'm going to try fly-by view, viewers. Apologise if this goes wrong. Okay, radiation coming in, SA6, 1 o'clock, guys, and it's gone. He's gone back to his lunch. I noticed in Cool Game last time when we were shooting SAMs that they've changed a lot in that they tend to turn their radar on, but once they detect or theorise they've been shot at, they actually turn their radars off, and if they can, they actually move. Do you guys notice that?
Yep.
Yeah, that's obviously how real, proper SAM operators would oh, here we go. Spike. Right, who's going to get shot down before they even make it into the interior of Iraq? Wow.
Gonna come left a bit.
Yeah. And check the map for the Viewingtons. Viewington Boomingtons. Yep, approaching. Bad. Oh, God. Friggin' wayward F-15 pilot near me. Getting out this way. Well, I forgot to say, guys, but once we get to the target, there's going to be one single building that we're going to be bombing. It's got like 4 big chimneys. You've seen the building before. They did this strike just in time because it was predicted that just a few weeks later the reactor would have been fueled and have gone live. Well, that said, the Israelis weren't actually worried about this reactor, were they? They were worried about the ability for the Iraqis to generate nuclear weapons.
The process of using the reactor creates the fuel that they would have used for the bomb.
Oh, right. So the rods, once they've been used,
of it.
become bomb material.
Mm-hmm.
But how does that work, Doug? Because surely all their radioactivity is gone by then.
No, because you're making more radioactive isotopes. You're not getting rid of it all.
There you go. So they did have to kill the reactor. Also, I'm surprised the French agreed to build the reactor. Surely they would have thought, I mean, French are French, so they'll do anything for a buck. But surely they might have thought, maybe Iraq are going to use these isotopes against Israel. Anyway, that would be my opinion.
No, they probably reassured that they would provide oversight.
A little bit too trustworthy of Mr. Hussein.
Just like the Germans that have helped the Iranians, they helping with some of the nuclear power facilities.
I didn't know that.
I think.
Coming right.
Wow. I guess they'll do anything for a buck, Cannonball.
Well, I've got this spike on the 11 o'clock.
Roger. 170 nautical miles to go. Who's going to crash into the dirt?
Lady in my jet thinks that I am going to. The amount of pull-up that she's yelling.
Yeah, same here. Another spike. Leave us alone. This is so much sexier than F-35, right? I'm guessing F-35 strikes will be done at night at 40,000 feet because they're invisible, right? Whereas look at this. 50 feet above the ground, 400 knots, 450 miles an hour, peppering ourselves between SAMs. Super sexy big ball Israelis going on here. We were, wow, I see, doesn't matter, I thought I saw an aeroplane on my radar, but I didn't. All their air force is busy fighting Iran at the moment, I'm afraid. We fly by view. Oh, I'm a little bit high. F-15 pilots don't have the big balls of those F-16 pilots ahead. Plus our wings are a bit bigger.
I'm going to go with ball size.
Ball size, I'm falling behind. I'm speeding up. We're pretty much past the last SA-6, guys, and we knew where these batteries were. So at this point, you can climb a bit. When I say a bit, I don't mean 1,000 feet. I mean, you don't need to be 20 feet sucking in. What do they have here? Sidewinders and crabs? No. Camel spiders.
But I mean, we're still in the SA-5. We're still in the SA-5.
Oh yes, fair point. But that thing, we could be below. I can't hit anything below 1,000 feet by design. That is for one purpose only. American B-52s. Welcome back, viewers. We are now 35 miles away from IP. So we've traversed another 120 miles. Time, I can't actually remember where my chronometer is, guys. What is the mission time now?
1546.
1546 plus an hour. No, plus 4 hours because it's UTC. So we're 10 minutes. Yeah, we're 10 minutes before the real bombing happened, local time. All right, guys, we better start. In fact, getting our jets ready because I haven't done any of it. Fence in.
Fence in, Bert.
Start setting your bombs.
Yep, fenced in.
Armament, air to ground. Bombs. Seed it.
Lights.
Step. Nose tail. Done. Air to ground. Defensive measures. TSD is already up. 28 miles to nav fix. Now lights. Are the F-15, are we lights hot? I know we should have turned up at the beginning of the mission, but silly bellies. No, we're dark. We're dark. 25 miles to IP and no one's crashed, no one's done anything stupid. We've not had any threats apart from gophers and camel spiders anyway. We can check the map. All the way over there.
Scorpions.
Scorpions, there we go. That's what they have.
I mean, that's the entertainment value when you're out here is you get your camel spider, you get your scorpion, and you put them in a ring and you watch the entertainment.
There you go, why not? Hashtag don't do that in real life, viewers. Guys, better do fuel check. The F-15s are just below, we're at 12,000 pounds. What fuel is the F-16s at?
5.7.
You guys have done astonishingly good gas mileage. We got a burner rate. You guys have had 4,700 per hour. We've had 66, 12, 15. So we're burning more than twice as much as you over the desert, which I assume
you do have two engines.
Two engines, and we're dragger airframes, I suppose. We've only got 30% fuel of what we started with, and we're not even there yet. Interesting. All right. Anyway, 16 nautical miles to IP fix. Remember, we're looking for a diddy little island. And that said, we could have actually done it. We could have turned our GPS off, our IFA or whatever it's called, and actually done the nav fix. But you know what? We would have messed it up. So it's pretty best not, right? 12 miles. All right. First one to spot a Titchy Witchy Bitchy Island. Get a surprise. Yes, I'm aware the sun's going down as well.
Still tracking a minute 20 to IP.
A minute 20. Roger. And what is UTC now, Zulu?
1550.
1550. So we're 5 plus 4 hours. We are exactly 5 minutes before the real strike, which is about right. So well done, humanoids.
So what I read was that the Israelis had been practicing this for well over a year, and they were going to do it with F-4s first.
Yes, they practiced in their A4 Skyhawks that they had at the time over the Mediterranean, and they were, yes, planning to do it in the F4s, and then they got the F-16s unexpectedly early. Hence, so
Tally-ho.
Funny how history works. I'd much rather do this in an F-16. All right, Simba, do your pretend nav fix over the pretend island.
Turning left to go over it.
Yeah, I can't see it. Oh God, here comes the sound.
Sam launch.
Jesus.
Sam launch or Sam spike? Anyway, little island.
Small spike.
IPE check.
And nav fix is now, boom, fictitious nav has been corrected for all the errors that we've incurred, which is probably about 20 miles worth of errors. So well done. Right, here we go. 20 miles. This is all real, guys, so pop up when you need to pop up. Go as fast as you think you need to go. I suggest we go up to mil power at this point because speed is life in a fighter. There are 4 SAMs, and one of them is 3 miles away, and they are not out to lunch, and there's a wire. Jeez, I almost just killed myself. with a wire that I couldn't see. Pre-night vision goggles, isn't it? So this is going to be a
Low altitude.
ugly
Launch.
thing. Missile out.
Lock.
SA6 out, according to Monsoir Sky scoreboard. Spy. Oh, come on, leave us alone, leave us alone. Checking countermeasures. Countermeasures good. All of the SAMs are spiking us now. There's no undulation to hide behind. The speed is lead making out of interest.
619, 620.
Visual on the reactor 12 miles away. Keep that head down.
1 minute from target.
Keep that head down. Sorry, say the speed you're making.
About 625 now.
Wow, okay, I'm speeding up. Man, those F-16s are so fast.
Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up.
Alright, watch your G's, you can roll over. G's, wires, wires!
30 seconds.
Now we're none of us dead. I'm looking for my marker. My marker is the river. My marker is the river.
Power lines.
Power lines.
Power
popping up.
lines. Good luck, everyone.
There's the river.
There's the river. I'm premature. I went too early. I'm going to get shot.
Pickle.
Play.
Triple A is negligible. Countermeasures. While the Triple A is not firing. Bomb, bomb. Gotcha. Yes! Whoosh! Right. Let's get the chuff out of here. It's all live fire. Did I just get hit? No, I didn't. Leave us alone, 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 leave us alone. Excellent. Not a single SAM launched. Yes, Sam's in the air, Sam's in the air.
Pull up, pull up, pull up, pull up.
Evade it, evade it, evade it, evade it.
Low
Pull up,
altitude.
pull up, pull up, pull up.
Sam evaded, I think.
Pull up, pull up, pull up.
Pocket power line.
Low
Right.
altitude.
Which way are you going home? I can't even look down.
I'm following.
Heading
I'm
250.
going back.
250,
Yep.
roger.
Low altitude. Low altitude. Low altitude. Low altitude.
Should pass the tall building on your left.
Wires, wires,
Pull up,
wires,
pull
wires,
up,
wires.
pull up, pull up.
Roger. Using it as a visual rep. Oh, well done, guys. No F-15s, no F-16s shot down. That's my friggin' boys. Don't know why the triple. Oh, I know the AAA didn't fight. Thinks it's night time. Game
No,
thinks
there's
it's night time.
AAA.
Was there? Oh,
There's
whatever.
AAA going up.
Oh well. And I saw the building destroyed. I think it might even be my bombs that got it. But well done, everyone. Bombs 100% on target, which is beautiful. Right.
Great lead. Give us a little bit of pace to close on you.
All right, slowing down to 550. I'm on heading at 242.
Watch out.
Sam launch
Sam launch.
on me.
I've got 284 nautical miles to the Saudi border.
Ooh,
Oh, we lost an F-15. F-15 down. Who was it?
me.
Pull up, pull up, pull up.
Oh, it was
pull
you,
up.
Dark. Oh dear, Darky
Yeah.
Barky. Not low enough. Well, that's rare for Dark to get shot down. Oh well, you're a GCI in the sky now.
Surprised they hit me that low.
Yeah, they can be terrible, but they can also be bloody good. I guess it's just luck, line of sight, right?
Yeah.
They managed to avoid line of sight. Guys, got to think about meeting up. Is there any idea who's in the lead? No idea who's in the lead. You are in charge.
Tied.
You're in
Yeah,
charge.
I see Simba off my right wing.
Right, we need to start thinking about fuel, guys.
Yep. I'm starting to climb.
Basically, find a dot and follow it. Right. I'm trying to maintain 500 to get back to the boys. Poosh and Poosh, are you okay?
Yeah.
We're on a heading of 250, 250.
Yeah, I'm tracking to the waypoint 3 here.
Yeah, same here. 270 miles to the Saudi border. Speed of the F-16s.
Almost back down to 450.
All right, well done, guys. Fuel load. I've got 9,000. What are F-16s tracking? Should be the same.
4-3.
Okay.
4-3.
So I've got double the amount still.
Correction, 4-5.
4-5. Right. So now we've got to get high and get the chuff out of here and conserve. So you've got 4,500 pounds. I've got 9,000 pounds. That's got to be some gas mileage. So we've got to get down to 3,500 per hour, something like that. Very low. So it's gonna be a 40,000 feet job.
Right now, I'm burning about 23,000 an hour.
Yeah, don't want that. Let me check. I am at, yeah, I'm also at 20,000 an hour, but climbing is climbing. We need Right, I see a dot on the right that's too far ahead. Who is that?
Simba.
Must be Simba.
Simba, can you look left? You'll find two boys that we're trying to join up with. I think they're behind you. I may have it wrong.
I'm at 250, just like we've been talking about the whole time.
Yeah, but I want to get together.
They're all very close together, Cap. You're the one that's furthest away.
I'm behind the two in formation. See you later, Iraq, you big nerd.
You're 5 miles behind, Cap.
So after that, this push, I'm presuming Saddam just gave up his nuclear operations.
I'm not sure. I think they went more clandestine, and that's why they were looking for cyclotrons and whatever when they were doing the weapons of mass destruction. They were looking in various factories and that kind of stuff. So I think
Spike SA-5.
Oh shit. I mean, this is real. Those SA-5s, I guess we have to deal with the SA-5s now, guys, and somehow have enough fuel to get home. Check them out.
Back off Speedbird so you can conserve fuel.
Okay, we need to thread the needle perfectly between those SA-5s. We're going to get shot at. I know we're going to get shot at. I mean, worst case scenario, now you've got no bombs, you'll probably make 4,000 per hour on the deck, which almost gives you enough to get back on the deck, pretty much. And Saudi, we don't have to worry about it, obviously.
Launch.
Ah, shit. Alright, you got no... Who's it on? I hate these big, stupid area denial weapons. Alright, we've got to go low then. Let's just see what fuel burn we can get down here. It's not the whole way. It's only like... well, until the border, basically.
I've lost them below 5,000 feet.
I'm all ears for options, guys, put it that way.
Well, if we continue on this heading, we've got the SA-6s also to deal with.
Yes. Yeah, so we are going on the deck at one point at least. 226 miles to the border. 12,000 pounds per hour. So I've got 45 minutes of run time like this, but it's going to be tight. I suggest we're probably going to get back to the border with about 2,000 pounds. Current predictions, which means 2,000 pounds will have to get us over Saudi Arabia. Ugh. Mans. Iraq is a bitch. I may risk going up a bit. What do you reckon we can safely do?
I'm at 4,500 and nothing's spiking me.
Alright, let's see what we can get. Because any decrease in air pressure is going to help our fuel burn.
And you can go around these SA-6s.
Yeah, go around the SA-6s.
You probably have to stay lower until you get past the SA-5.
200 miles to the border. Come on, baby. Eke the fuel out. It always ends like that. All of our missions end like this when we do reenactments. All fuel. Always fuel. What burn rate the F-16's getting?
4,100.
Wow. You guys...
57.
That's nearly an hour of... That's over an hour of... 57? That's bad.
Yeah, I'm trying to climb, that's why.
Roger. 41 gives you over an hour of playtime, which you won't need. You only need 20 minutes to get out of Iraq. I'm struggling a bit more though. I'm climbing though. And we're all pretty much together by fluke, really. We're all sort of, doing the same thing. And the question is, at what altitude does the SA-5 pick us out? It needs line of sight, semi-active radar home.
I'm getting painted at 8,200 feet.
Technically, that should be able to shoot at you then. Yeah, we're nearly between them now. Ah, that's a spike.
Not spike.
There we go.
That's a spike.
Spike 4-4.
Down I go. We'll level off.
I think you're okay. You can just let it spike.
Okay, it dropped the spike at 5,300.
I'm hiding in the clouds.
There you go. That will fall us down. Radar. It actually would to an extent. We're almost between them. Once we're between them, we might be on a notch, That might be helping us radar-wise, right?
Yeah.
So let's keep on that notchy, bitchy, notchy. Come on, little Pratt & Whitneys. Burn more efficiently. Stop rolling frigging coal. I'm going to be naughty, and I'm going to jettison my sidewinders. Because I know how tight this is going to be now.
AAA fire.
Alright, going radar cold. No, I'm not. I'm going to leave it. How can I save some amps? How can I unload the generators? 7,000
Off one of your engines.
Turn off your RWR.
I may need that. Yes, because we didn't learn last time that was a bad idea, did we? In the Red Sea. Fuel burn is getting Not great, but it's better. None of my pylons are carted, are they? Or are they? They are, aren't they?
They are.
Oh, shit. It's Admiral's doorbell, right?
Yep.
Yes! I've just shedded a load of drag. A load of beautiful drag.
You can probably climb to it. Puts you in a pretty good notch on both of them.
Roger, roger. Which we could do in real life because we know the notch angle because we know where they are. Bye-bye, Iraq. I'm down to £10,000 per hour net, gross, whatever. It gives me 67% of an hour travel.
3,900 an hour.
3,900. You guys, wow. So you're getting way less than half. Right, great news is we're not getting shot by SF5. We're right between them, so we're notching them. Now that will become a problem later on, but...
I'm just holding a steady 2-degree climb.
Good news is I'm down to £8,000 per hour. I've just increased up to 50 minutes of endurance. Ooh, 50 minutes of endurance. That's almost going to get me back to Israel.
They're painting me, but no one's spiking me.
If I had to guess, you're hardly going to get fired at if you go above 20.
What are you at now?
20.
19.
What's your burn up there?
4,100 with a climb, so I'm going to level out at 20 and see what happens.
So £8,000 per hour. If I just hadn't used that afterburner for like 10 seconds getting away from the SAM, I would have like 3,000, 4,000 more pounds of fuel. Difficult judgment calls, guys.
Total is 3,200 pounds.
3,200. And you burned, so you've got about 50 minutes endurance as well. As it stands, none of us are going to make it, but we are going to get more efficient, obviously, as soon as we get over Saudi Arabia.
I will make it. Already down to 3,600 per hour with 3,500 in the tank.
Yeah, you've got almost 60 minutes endurance.
It's only going to get better because I'm in a 2-degree climb.
I've got 38 times 2. You got 7,600 per hour, and I've got 62 in the tank. So again, I've still got 50 minutes endurance.
Yeah, you can probably get up to whatever altitude you want now.
All right.
Pretty close to outside.
Yeah, I think we're safe. I think we're safe in the SA5s, and we've bypassed the SA6s. SITREP viewers, we're climbing. Things are only going to get better as we climb higher. We're climbing very slowly, very maturely. We've got probably a total of, 350 miles to go still on minimal fuel. But we're going to get super efficient. I'm currently at £7,000 per hour burn, and I've got 6,000 in the tank. So I've got about 52 minutes endurance, and it's going to keep going up. But it's going to be very tight. It's going to be very tight. Welcome back, viewers. We did get up to 30,000 in the end, and almost make it back, but it is getting tight as nuts. We think we are 30 miles away from our base. Fuel, F-15, me, £700. £700. Can I have a fuel readout from one of the F-16s?
400.
So, it shows what amazing gas mileage we got, but still, I'm not actually sure we're going to make this. So, 30 miles on the nose. I'm going to check your 10 map, make sure everything's going. Yep. Alright, Dark, you are ATC. You're going to help us try and land these buckets. Right, I'm starting my descent now, 25 miles out, and I'm going to as little fuel burn as I can. And now I can't see anything. And this is pre-night viz, isn't it? So, no night viz. So, have fun with that. We need to make sure we get the runway to turn its lights on. Who's going to be responsible for that?
I've already called.
It should be about 20 miles from us on a heading of 295 mag.
My heading is 02.
Come left heading 279.
Has anyone visualised the runway yet? Because I haven't, by the way.
Yes, I've got the airfield.
Anyone confirm that their steer point is accurate?
It is accurate. Come 279, you'll see the airfield to the right off your nose at your 1 o'clock.
Shivering 2 miles away.
300.
Hey, we've got fuel for it by the looks of it. Now it's just... What way is the runway, guys? As in what...
We're going to end up making a 90-degree right to 020.
Yep, you need to come to 270 to get back with Simba.
270 on it, 300 knots descending, 8 miles to steer point. I'm just trying to understand the runway. Is it the blue lights? It is the blue lights, isn't it?
The blue lights are the taxiways around the base, and the runway's going to be kind of running from our left to right.
Roger. Is that going to be is that going to be blue as well?
No, it'll light up white as soon as I get into the pattern.
Wow, those blue lights are everywhere.
Someone just came right by me with afterburner on. That is interesting.
Oh, I shouldn't have them.
That's not an afterburner, it's
Oh, it's his light.
tail light. Yeah, I think I see the wrong way. Actually, no, I'm back.
I'm at 4,000 feet, making a slow right-hand turn into the runway.
Roger, on what feels like
You
about
want to
half a
start
mile
that
behind.
cap? You want to start that turn too?
Roger, cap starting to turn. Just bleeds a bit of speed off. Gear down. Flaps down. Fuel.
I can see
500.
happy lights.
You're high cap.
Roger, high, diving.
Well, the taxiway's nice and lit up.
Do I have an E-bracket on this thing? Don't do I?
No,
How do you land it? Just
19 degrees
What
AOA.
17 units. 18 units.
Looks like you're coming in on a
Low
taxiway cap.
altitude.
Jesus
Low
Christ.
altitude.
I've just started landing on the only thing I can see. 19 degrees, 19 units. I am indeed landing on a taxiway. So it appears to be a long straight taxiway. So I'm going to go with it. Landing
As
lights
long
on.
as
And the
we're
runway's
runway.
lit up.
How did I miss that?
About
It
time
just
the
lit
runway
up.
lights up.
You didn't wait. You were impatient.
100 knots. £400.
Cannonball down on unlit runway.
40 knots, 30 knots. Well, I landed on a taxiway by accident, guys, but I'm down and safe. Let's see the rest of the boys. I don't know how I'm going to see them exactly. Cannonball is on a runway and your taxi lights work. Simba, you're on a runway and your taxi lights work. Bird landed on a different runway. How did I not see that runway? It's properly lit up.
Because you were impatient. I told you it would light up when we got on the final.
Dark, enjoy your Iraqi prison. I heard they have excellent human resources, whatever the word is.
I'll fight my way out.
You will fight your way out indeed. Well done, Poosh. That is much superior to me. So we went there, we bombed it, we got back with £300 of fuel, which I believe I can actually fit in my car, and only one of us got shot down, so I'm pretty happy with that. It's probably our best rendition so far, viewers. Any comments from the humans?
Very exciting.
It's very exciting. All right, guys, you know what to do. In 3, 2, 1, I believe punch it, haven't I? I'm not going to be able to see my plane, I didn't realise because it's dark. Yes, I can. Oh, that is most unfortunate for someone.
Fly, little birdie, fly.
Get airborne cap. I want to go back to Iraq. I want to go back to Iraq. How much fuel can you have? Not very much on afterburner time. Let's look
Oh, mine's out of gas. It's on EPU, but it is climbing.
Yes, look at that. Is it going to come back down, or where is it going to come back down?
Oh, it's coming back down at the
Is it coming
airport.
down? It's tail slide, tail slide. Here it comes. Can it land itself? Well, at least we know
Looks
that
like a
note's heavy.
standard GR landing.
Pretty much a standard supercap landing. Oh, come on, trim it out. Oh! Yeah, that's going to happen. I hope you enjoyed that,
In a
viewers.
blaze of glory.
And bye.